Go the hole. Oh my God!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Golf Collective podcast. We have a full house for you today. We are going to cover a round of golf that we played kind of recently at McLemore Golf Club just south of Chattanooga. And we've got a first-time guest with us, Mr. Hayden. How are we doing today?
Going on, guys? It's good to be here. I'm excited.
Also joining us today is our recurring guest, Matthew. Matthew, how are we?
I'm not a guest. Don't put that on me. I'm
You're
a
right.
co-host.
Co-host, my bad. But
I'm good. I'm glad Hayden is joining us for his first episode. He's been begging us for years to just hang out more, and so we decided to bring him in.
To just be part of the
Yeah,
group.
for sure. That's exactly what happened.
So excited for him. Excited. Is this your podcast virginity that we're taking?
No, it's not. I was on a couple in college, just like
Weren't we all?
That's
goofing around
brutal.
with goofing around in the old house
We love
in the
that.
kitchen. We thought we were like the next Joe Rogan, but didn't go anywhere. So
Well,
we're back to
here's
it.
your redemption arc.
Yeah, this is it.
Also joining us is Carter Nelson. Carter, who just ran a mini triathlon this weekend. Carter, how are the legs?
The quads are fine. The knees, little shoddy, and my calves might hurt worse than they ever have in my entire life. Very uphill is how I would describe
Well,
that course.
he
It was fun.
got
It was good.
second in your age group.
Second in my age group.
God, that's so sick.
Not bad for a first go around, but
Yeah,
yeah,
we'll take that every day.
hopefully,
Sounds
we'll
like it
win.
was quite literally an uphill battle.
It was. That could be a good way to describe it. Some points downhill, but I would say mostly it was an uphill battle.
Well, speaking of uphill, we're going to talk about a course that is set way up in the clouds. McLemore Golf Club, located just south of Chattanooga, Tennessee, is a pretty sweet place that's got rock outcroppings, incredible views, and a lot of bad golf from this foursome. So we're gonna talk about that today and break down the round, break down the course, break down the facilities, talk about the wraps we had at the turn, and go over a couple shots, and just give our overall gratitude and experience to this place. Does anybody want to intro us with maybe their favorite moment? Just to kind of give a little preview. Just one favorite
I'll
moment.
just go ahead and say the two guys we met on the fairway who worked there. They really
They liked
upgraded,
us.
elevated our experience.
A lot of stuff elevated
With
in this day.
you have another section in there on funniest quote or something, I think. So when we get to that,
God, so
I'll let you know what happened. But the people out at McLemore were great. Let's put it that way.
fantastic people. Well, as I said, this place is way up, kind of in the middle of nowhere on a mountain. It's kind of a drive. I drove in. It was about a 4-hour drive to Chattanooga. Stayed in Carter. What do we stay in? A Quality Inn.
I have no clue what it was.
We shouldn't have stayed there, but it was about a 45-minute drive from wherever we stayed, and the drive there for us was amazing. So I want to hear your guys' impression just on your travel experience. Like, how was it getting there? Hey, and I'm gonna start with you.
Of course, I had to Uber Matthew's ass all the way up there, as I normally do to these golf ventures.
You're my
that we
chauffeur,
take.
man.
I really am. He blames it on the work truck, but I think he just likes being my
I
passenger
invite
princess.
you, and your payment is that you have to drive. That's
Yeah, that's awesome. That's such a good benefit that I get. No, I mean it was good. It was really, when Josh is saying it's in the middle of nowhere, it is truly in the middle of nowhere. I have
Definitely.
never seen so much land. I thought we were like in the middle of Iowa, like the Field of Dreams areas. Like I had no idea we were in Georgia anymore. So it was truly in the middle of nowhere, and it's gorgeous. I mean, it's a gorgeous place. Um, but yeah, the drive was like what, 2 hours for us, Matthew?
It was 2
It's pretty
hours.
quick.
We did get to stop at Buc-ee's. That was a
That's
big
a
plus.
Always a
big
perk.
big win.
Yeah.
Big
So that's always, that always makes a road trip a little bit better when you can get some
Yeah,
brisket tacos on the way.
Pre-round brisket taco just sets you up for a good day.
There's nothing better. Carter, what did you think of our drive? You drove down from Nashville. What was that
Drive down
morning?
to Nashville was fine. I mean, I've done that drive hundreds of times, and it was nice not to go through Chattanooga for once and stop kind of north of it. And, couldn't figure out the hot water in the shower, just like a throwback to Augusta. I don't think hotel showers and me are cooperating. So it was cold showers again, and then I don't remember much of the drive down other than we stopped at the McDonald's and then just kind of hit the back roads and worked our way up slowly into the mountains.
Yeah, it was interstate for a little bit, and then you hit the switchbacks traveling 2,000 feet up in a couple miles, which was pretty sweet. And it's a country road that feels like any other country road, but the elevation you're at, you don't really realize until you basically get to the clubhouse, which was pretty sweet. So a background of this course, McLemore, it's technically a Reese Jones, but it's Bill Burgeon, and it's got 36 holes. I do have insider info that the only reason Reese Jones is on the architecture list is because he just told them not to build holes across the street. That was his consulting. So he got his name on it for telling them where not to put a hole. But it was built, I don't even remember when it was built, but their second 18 just opened up pretty recently. We played the original 18, which does anybody remember the name of what the two names were?
The Keep.
Cloudlands.
Island? Something?
Cloudlands and the Keep.
Cloudlands and the Keep. So we played the older one, just an 18-hole round, had a quick tee time. Carter and I got there pretty early, played the short little par 3 course they've got looking over the mountains, which was pretty sweet. If I didn't have a million things running on my computer right now, I'd show you some pictures. But the setting is incredible. You kind of pull into a gated community, drive down a kind of a gravelly road because there's still construction. You pass the driving range, and then you hit the clubhouse, cart staging, and then it's just this massive, vast view of mountains, basically looking across Georgia towards Tennessee. And I want to hear, Carter, your reaction when we got out there first. It was kind of foggy when we were out there, so we didn't get this view. But by the time the other two got here, that view was insane. And what'd you think?
That view was crazy. The only other time that I've had a view like that on a golf course where the ocean wasn't below me was the ledges in Huntsville. Kind of similar, sitting up on a mountain. And I mean, it's absurd how far the drop is. It feels like it's not even real because it's, 1,000, 2,000 feet below you, and the houses look almost kind of like some kid had a toy box that he was just making little miniature houses with. And then my second thought was how far would a golf ball go if I hit a driver off of the side of the mountain? And refrained from doing that. But
intrusive thought for sure.
Yeah, it was awesome to look at. The putting green reminded me a lot of if anybody's ever been to Sea Island. They have a huge, massive putting green that kind of sits. It's probably a 30-foot cliff, but kind of running out to the border of the property, and it's very similar to that with not really a flat spot on the putting green because I don't think you're going to find a flat spot on top of a mountain. Yeah, overall impressed and excited for getting to play some golf on top of the hills of Georgia, not really knowing where I was.
Not only get to play golf on the hills, but play golf with the boys. We don't really get to play as a foursome that often. How excited, Matthew, were you to get to play with the boys today? On this day,
we definitely didn't play today.
Not today, but on the day we played.
No, it was great. Anytime we can get this foursome together, it's always going to be a good round, and so that's why I reluctantly keep inviting Hayden every time we have an extra spot. But it's not for the free ride. I think we just like his company. But no, it's always a good time. We always have fun. It's not the golf. He's not very good, but no, Hayden is the glue guy
for sure.
He keeps everybody together. Keeps the vibes high, and he's been the glue guy since high school when I met him. So.
And you can't beat the Price Year cart. It's got to be one of the best.
No, that is pretty electric.
It's a damn good cart. It's a damn good cart.
Hey, I want to hear your reaction to getting invited to play, the view. What was the weather like?
Yeah.
How are you feeling on this drive up?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was gorgeous. It was a beautiful day. I mean, what? When did we tee off? 8, 9?
No, it was
No,
like
like
noon.
Yeah, it was like
noon.
noon.
Got off at noon.
Carter and I
Okay,
got there at
when
9.
you're in the mountains, man, it feels
You're on
colder.
mountain time, man. It doesn't
It felt
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
sun was pretty high above us.
I mean, it was cool. It was absolutely breathtaking. I remember standing there on the putting green. I mean, we just rolled in, and I remember just looking at the views rather than like practicing like the greens and
Mhm.
stuff, like figuring out the speeds of the greens, which I definitely looking back on it, like should have, practiced my putting a little bit more. But I was just like so like in awe of the views. And up there, it's so quiet too. I mean, no one's around. It is like breathtakingly quiet. So that was really cool. And then of course getting to play with y'all, like it's such a fun time. Clearly I'm not the scramble partner of your dreams. But I think we
I
all have a
wouldn't say
good time
that
when
you
we
are though.
yeah. Yeah. Well,
Everyone
it
needs a
used
vibe
to
guy.
be when I used to be able to find a fairway. That was
You were
awesome.
you were the fairway guy, and you kept everybody, in
Yeah,
it, and it was
level-headed,
just yeah,
level-headed.
exactly.
Yeah, I'll still take credit for the second half, for trying to keep everyone composed and stuff. I feel like I'd make a great caddy, keeping everyone composed. But like, I wouldn't tell you what to do up there. I just tell you, you're doing a great
Just
job,
tell me how to
and you're
feel.
so handsome, and man, you're so funny too. Uh, so I think I got off track a little bit, but yeah, no, it was an awesome experience rolling in. Super fun, super excited to play with y'all. I mean, I don't know, you guys of course know, but I've been on paternity leave from my company for the last 4 months when we
God, so
welcomed our
sick.
second daughter in. So that was actually, I think, the second round of golf I'd played, all pat leave, which is kind of crazy. The first one, my first pat leave, I was playing golf probably every week, so it was really like a breaking the streak of changing diapers and just being locked in the house, which is super awesome. But it's always nice to go on a little golf trip with the boys.
Was the last time you played with us at the bachelor trip in Sequoia?
Yeah, yeah, back in February. Yeah,
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 Sequoia.
and then yeah, the
Oh,
se- the second round we had, I didn't even play.
Oh yeah,
Josh
oh
had to
god.
drive. Josh had to drive me back to the
he
car.
slept in the back of my car because you were
Yeah,
like
yeah, I
sick.
ended up
Like
carjacking you.
you did. You
Yeah,
stole my car.
I did. Yeah, I got a little stomach flu, and then we were back for the next day. That first round was amazing, but I digress. But yeah,
Yeah. Well, speaking of being the vibe guy, the vibes were pretty good. We were super excited to get to come out here and play this course. Anytime you pay $200 to play golf, you're going to be excited. Not only because it's going to be a pretty pristine course, but the fact that you just drop some money on golf, it just makes it kind of that much better. You don't typically pay that much for golf, but the golf course itself, it had its quirks. It had its beautiful views. I think it was a little wet. It had basically poured the 3 days before we got there,
Yeah.
so we weren't getting any rollout. But the weather, we got that post storm weather, which was perfect. It started foggy, overcast, and I think by the eighth hole we were completely in the sun. So it was a beautiful day, and I kind of want to walk through the golf course first, kind of quickly go hole by hole, and just kind of walk everybody through kind of the layout and what you felt on each hole, and maybe a couple shots you hit that you thought were pretty good. So, Carter, hole number one. First off, the starter. Tell us about the
Yeah.
starter.
Coach T, baby.
Uh, yeah, Coach T was, I mean, given a master class of where to hit it and what not to do. And I have some gripes to pick with him on a couple holes, but really just one hole in particular that I made a bogey on. But hey, he was, laying the foundations of what we needed to do on the course. I don't know where my scorecard went. I was looking for that earlier today. I have no clue where it is. But he grabbed the scorecard out of my hand, was literally telling us where to hit it. And I mean, I took his word as gospel, and luckily made a birdie on the first dog leg left par five that the green ended up into being another drop off of the side of the earth is what it looked like. And vaguely I remember what some other people were doing on that hole, but mainly I just followed what Coach T was saying, hit it on the right side of the fairway, and then don't go past the green.
Yeah, other
Yeah.
people were doing some fun things. Matthew, what was the fun thing I did?
Um,
Gotta remember.
you hit didn't you like kind of top driver that hit a rock and came back to us?
So my first drive, I went. What was that? Somebody just ducked me. I just got ducked. It's true.
I found these sounds, and man,
Just get soundboarded. Well,
my God.
I'll lay you up for one, Carter.
We're already getting off track here.
I duck hooked one left. Yeah.
So Josh hit a hook.
Yeah, duck hook left into the tall stuff, and I was like, okay, mulligan. Like, if I can find it, I'll play it. But let me hit a second one. And up here, rock outcroppings are everywhere. There's like massive rocks that are just exposed in the middle of the fairway, like off to the sides of the fairway on the tee boxes. And on this first tee, there were massive rocks everywhere. And, I paid $270 to play this course. I duck hook one off the first tee. I'm like, I'm putting another one to the ground. I get a little overzealous wanting to see where the second one went. Come up on it, basically hit the bottom of the club, and it just ricochets off a rock about 20 feet in front of us, flies over our heads, over the carts, hits the cart path, and the cart path is downhill, and shoots itself back over top of us about 30 yards in front of the tee box. And I think that and at that point, I was doomed from the get go. So, that was the first tee, and Carter made birdie, as he said. This green sits up with a big like clearing, overlooking the mountains again, kind of towards the south there. And I think Matthew, you made par, I made bogey,
Yep.
and I think Hayden, did you make par in the first? No,
I have no idea.
I think you made bogey as well.
I truly, unless somebody has a scorecard in front of them, and honestly, I'm a little worried about saying anything anymore with Carter with the soundboard. He's kind of stressing me out over there.
I got two.
I'm worried. I
Listen,
see his hands, and I'm good. Yeah, honestly, unless somebody has a scorecard, I don't remember. I kind of black out most of my bad rounds. So,
Well,
if you guys remember a shot of mine, then go for it.
Oh, I remember every
We'll
one of
talk
your
about
shots. I can remember everyone's shots.
Every single one. Wow.
You're incredible. It's like Rain Man with the toothpicks.
It's true. I also want to preface that we were playing a 4-man best ball just to keep the vibes up, see how low we could go. I think our goal was to 3 under or something like that.
I think we were trying to shoot even par.
Oh, well, even better.
None of us had ever been there, like mountain course. That's not our vibe.
It was
it
was wet.
I think
we're getting no
we said
rollout.
even par.
So we go for.
And of course, I make a par on the first, and Carter just clips me with a birdie. It's like I don't even count.
So first hole, dogleg left, par 5. Beautiful view off the green, and then this is where you kind of turn back into the mountain and ascend. Hayden, give me a little rundown of hole number 2 real quick.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Okay.
He's not.
I definitely remember
anything.
I definitely remember 1. Of course, I remember 1. 2.
Do you remember 18?
Of course, I remember 18.
It's the best hole.
Just like I remember my first daughter's birth and my second daughter's. You're not gonna forget those things.
All right. Well, second hole's par 4. It's pond on the left, and you've got to clear a creek to get to the green on your second. I think we all kind of made a mess of our tee shots, except for Carter, who hits a 400-foot high 7-wood every chance he can, and that's why he scratch. That hole is pretty cool with the water and the creek. Just kind of a standard elevated green. Hole 3, downhill par 3, which was pretty cool view back across looking that pond on 2. I had a sick up and down from behind the green. I couldn't even see the middle of the retaining wall that the green was sitting on, and I hit it to 8 feet, made the putt. Hole 3 didn't really tickle my fancy. It was completely soaked. It was kind of a blind tee shot, slightly dog leg left, par 4.
Hole 4, isn't it?
Hole 4, yeah, that was hole 4. Hole 5 is kind of a forgettable par 3. This is where I go zero dark. Yeah, let's hear about Coach.
On the top of the hill when we read the scorecards down, the starter was like, "Hey, 5th hole, it looks more uphill than it is. It's a club to 2 clubs more." So I think I shot. It was 1, 75, which is like a pretty smooth 7-iron for me. And I took a knockdown 6, like a 3/4 6-iron, hit it perfect. And I was 10 yards over the green. So
He was way deep.
that's my 2
And the
cents
pin was
on
in
that
the
hole.
front.
The pin was in the front.
And the whole 6.
That hole, I'm just gonna go ahead and get out in front of this in case there's anybody who brings it up. That par 3, I hit a 6-iron also,
Oh yeah.
and it maybe went as far right as it did forward.
And it didn't go
And
that far forward.
I was planning for it. I mean, I hit it on the green, and I aimed so far left, and my divot was pointed so far out the end, out the end that, you know, I knew it was at least gonna turn right 50 feet, and it was more like 150 feet.
That divot was almost parallel.
Hit the green, made a 2-putt. So
yeah, that was.
it was not pretty.
The divot needs to be parallel to your feet.
I meant perpendicular,
The divot was
perpendicular to his feet.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was
closer and closer.
bad.
And I can't wait to see the day that he hits a ball that goes between his legs and then
It was
cuts
close.
back to the right.
It could very well happen.
If there's anybody who can do it, it's you. I believe in you.
He's got the cut down for sure. Was hole 6?
I don't know if you can call that a cut.
No, it's cut. Most important thing about a fade is to make sure it fades.
Make sure you fade it.
People forget.
Matthew, hole 6, was this the hole with our friends?
Was.
Yes.
Well,
Par
first,
five,
can we
super
talk about
downhill.
the construction of the house going on next by and that guy
Yeah,
carrying up?
Dude, he was carrying full sheets of plywood on his shoulder, like this, walking up a ladder, like this, with no hands.
Nuts.
Plywood, 2 hands, just walking up that thing.
Not only that,
It
but
was pretty crazy.
he would run facing away from the house down the ladder with no
Yeah.
hands, like just like it was stairs. It was
The beauty of it was that this is when we got backed up, right? So we
Yeah.
like got to really watch these guys perform.
It wasn't
their
like he
craft.
did it once.
We got to sit there and have like a full-on 10-minute show
He
on the tee
probably took
box.
8 pieces of sheetrock of plywood up that ladder. It was sick. So yeah, we got backed up on this hole, and I think there was like an assistant pro and somebody else out there kind of directing traffic. And they were directing traffic because this hole has like one of the steepest drop-offs I've ever played in my life. It was a par 5 downhill for sure, dogleg right, and you can't hit it over what, like 270.
Yeah, I mean, no, not even that. I think it's more like 230.
So you got to hit either like an easy 7-wood 4-iron, something like that off the tee. And our friends were in the middle of the fairway, standing there like letting people know when to hit.
They were
and
basically
stuff.
like 4-caddying.
Yeah,
They
basically.
were like, "Come on, whenever you're ready,
Waving the towel,
I'll let you know when
like,
you can hit."
we see your ball, kind of thing. And then your second shot, I think it was about one. I had 210 out, and I hit mine a little short of you guys, but it was playing like 160, 165. Like that's how I hit. I hit like an 8-iron almost. So that hole was nuts, and we stood there for a minute while the group in front of us was on the green talking to the assistant pro and stuff, and do you guys remember what they said to us? Something about the carts?
Well, Hayden was asking
them.
Hayden was asking if we could get the carts unlocked because it was cart path only.
Oh, that's right.
Let's try to
And,
schmooze him a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I said,
Hayden was trying to.
we paid 270 for the round. Is a 20 going to do it? I don't know what the ratio is there. 270 for rounds pretty steep. So like 20 is like $1 at Callahan Golf Links. So I was trying to get the cart unlocks, and that was one of my great tee shots. I remember that hole specifically because I put it so close. I put it like right within Carter. I think I probably hit a driver on that. I mean, Carter probably hit like a 8-iron, but we were right neck and neck, and I was like, yeah, you know what? Like I'm here with the scratch golfer, and like good. I'm in front of the pros here, and I had no business being there. But yeah, I was trying to smooch him a little bit, but
And then
I think that's how our
told
banner
you,
started.
Yeah, they told you they could control it from their phone, and that's when you said, oh well, just I'll give you 20 if you can unlock it.
Turn it off.
Let me know. Just let me know.
And then what? We all hit our second shots.
Yeah,
and
I
Hayden and
blast
Josh.
I blast mine left.
The
I mean,
Price Yare cart were
God.
both left. And I remember standing there. I mean, the elevation change is unreal at this
yeah, it's
place.
crazy.
So I'm like trying to scream up to these guys like which way am I going? They're not hearing me, so like all I see is like a little like nub like that way. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I like keep trying to find my ball, and they're like, no, no, it's the other way. And I was like, okay, I've gone past this place like 3 or 4 times. End up just taking a drop because I'm not going to waste my time. But um, yeah, I think that really started the banter with them,
Yeah,
which turned out to
they
be really
were,
fun.
because we were being friendly with them up top, and then they were trying to help you out, and
And they're like
everybody's
our
getting
age too.
confused. It didn't help that Josh hit his so far left it may have landed on a different golf course. Like it was.
No, the mountain stopped it from going anywhere off the mountain.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yep.
It was going to Tennessee, but
It
the
was.
mountain got in the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I hit it so far
So
left, and I'm over there searching for my ball. And I also dropped, and like Matthew, you made birdie. I think you hit in the bunker and got up and down for birdie. Carter also made birdie.
I hit it just short of the bunker,
Didn't make a birdie.
up and down for birdie. Carter was along in the green, up and down for birdie.
So you guys were
Our
like,
cart
That was a
was two
shit
under.
shot. No, I was even at that point. I'd made back-to-back bogeys on the past two
I'm
holes.
saying our cart on that hole was two under. We both made birdie.
Yeah.
I thought you said Carter.
but you guys were
Yes,
like,
we were.
we're done. And Hayden and I are looking for our balls.
Yeah, me and Carter are standing on the green as you guys are hitting wedges into it, and we're like, what are we
I thought
doing?
about just taking the cart back up to the guys building the house and just watching the rest of the day.
But this is where the funny part comes in, is because Hayden and I like quickly finish out so we can get to the next tee box, and I'm pissed. Like I make a double, I think, and I think I got to 2 over at that point because of the double. And I'm sitting there in my car because there's a group on the green in front of us by the tee box. And I'm sitting there and like I get like a notification on the cart, like
The screen.
The screen.
It's got a screen in
it's-
the top of the cart.
It's been telling us cart path only all day, and I was like, okay, well, I'm not moving. Like, what's this notification? And I look up, and it just reads, "Did you find your ball?" Question mark. And I was like, what? And I turn around, and the assistant pro and the other guy are on top of the mountain, just like you could like see them like leaning over, like busting out laughing, like he just absolutely ripped me a new one through the cart. And that's when we knew like we're gonna have to like meet these guys again, and we're gonna have to we have to get them to turn them off, or keep sending us messages. Like we just wanted to we wanted to see what the full app could do to control these carts. Is awesome. So after that was a par 3, just kind of straightforward.
Yeah,
It's kind of
downhill. Hayden almost hit a group on 2.
yeah, it runs parallel to 2.
Man,
And then he was scared to walk over there. He thought he was going to get in a fight.
That was the most awkward. I can't remember what I said to him. I think I said something like, "Would you guys believe that this was my best shot of the day?" or something like that. Just something super stupid. And yeah, I had to make the awkward walk back up to the green
It's okay.
after I hit the tree on the approach shot. Yep.
We all hit those shots. I hit plenty of them. But I thought that hole was pretty cool. Like just there wasn't really a backdrop besides like the way they had dug it out of the mountain with trees and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the par 3s were like somewhat forgettable, but at the same time, like the views are still pretty cool. You guys have any thoughts on that? Just
I thought the
I
par
thought
threes
the par
were well
threes
done.
were. I thought they were okay. I didn't think they were anything special. I didn't think they were, terrible. I didn't think they were bad. I didn't think they were, stand out good. So, Carter has other thoughts apparently.
I just like the variety and the distance of the par threes. I thought it was a good, you probably hit the same club maybe twice on their 5 par threes there,
yeah,
or 5 par threes. So, I like that. A lot of golf courses can usually turn into just being hit 7-iron every single time you're on a
7
par 3 or
iron,
7.
yeah,
Yeah.
seven or 8.
I think
all
we
the
hit
time.
wedge 8-6 on the first 3.
Mhm.
So there's
Yeah.
good 40-yard spread between those. And then so that was hole 7.
Yep.
I believe. Hole 8 was actually the most normal golf hole on the course, probably. Just a
Man, what a disaster that hole was for everyone.
yeah, that was tough. Our friends were watching us on that hole. They'd come around.
Yeah, so that's when we were at the green and they end up pulling up, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they see us make a mess of this thing. We had got all around the green relatively easily, and then I flub a chip shot and then like 3-putt. Carter 3 putts. Josh, I think, did the same thing. Like we were all just all over the place, and they're of course sitting there watching us
Just like
as we're making literally a mess of this hole, mainly
they're
the
trying to
back
figure
half
out
of this hole.
they're trying to figure out what messages to send us through the cart next. Like
Yeah, and so
Plenty of ammo.
so we get to the next tee box, and a message pops up, and it says players with a handicap over like 10 should move up to the white tees.
I think it was more. I think it was like 20.
yeah,
I think they said like
17
18
something.
and a half.
This is another shot at us.
They were chirping us,
which I love. Like that's the kind of banter I need. I was down.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I felt down, and I was like, nah, you know what? These guys are. They can laugh at me. I can laugh at me too. It's hilarious. Is this when we got the wraps? Was this after this hole, or was there one more?
After 9, right?
Yeah, I think I don't remember.
The turn.
I don't even know what 9 was. I can't remember 9.
9 was the what was 9? It was the straight up the hill
Yeah.
that Matthew and I couldn't stop laughing on for whatever reason. I don't remember. I think Yair did something.
I still don't.
Oh,
we were cracking up.
Yes.
I can't remember what hole this is.
I remember me and Carter dying laughing, but I don't remember why
Anyways,
we were
it
laughing.
was a par 4 straight up the hill.
It's the one with a big rock outcropping in the
fairway
middle. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Had the big rock.
There's native grass on the right and left side, kind of
yeah.
halfway up the center of the fairway. There's a big gorge ravine down in the center before the fairway starts that really isn't in play, but it like visually is intimidating. And then up by the green is the pin was all the way in the back on a double sloped that I went long on. Matthew was short right. Somebody hit an amazing shot. It was either Josh or Yair, and for whatever reason, Matthew and I could not stop. I think Yair had the hiccups, and it was we were cracking up in the barrel. Because every time one of us went to go hit the ball, he would just be dying of hiccups.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's awesome. That was
exactly what it was.
That's so
because we're all standing in the middle of the fairway, and Carter's like over his ball, and Hayden's just.
Listen, man, hiccups come easy.
I'm like, whatever. Carter's not gonna. I'll go, and I get over my ball, and I take it back, and literally right as I start my downswing, Hayden hiccup, and I thin it, hit it short right, and I was like, man, you don't really think it's gonna affect you until you take a swing.
Club's
and
halfway back.
In your backswing.
That's the
that was. I do remember that. Yeah, that was a good time.
That was awesome.
I was on the other side of the course playing my ball, but that was the Carter. That was my like wedge shot. I played as a flyer, and it actually flew.
Oh yeah,
it went long.
I remember somebody hitting a really good shot on that hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was so good. It was right over the flag, and I was like 10 yards behind the green. But I was like, whatever. I tried to play for it. And then this is where the halfway house comes in. And was much needed food. I was basically starving at this point. Everyone, what's your go-to halfway? Hayden's halfway house. What's your order?
I mean, I'm gonna be basic because this is what we ordered, but it's a chicken Caesar wrap. Like it's the number one go-to on a halfway house. I mean, a hot dog or a brat is a close second, but like a chicken Caesar wrap, a good chicken Caesar wrap on like the spinach wraps.
Oh yeah,
they're unbeatable with like a Miller, or it depends on what mindset you're in, but or two, or you could just get a Gator. But yeah, I think that, or if you're not really all that hungry, just a good Snickers or a Twix, just to get the blood sugar up a little bit. Yeah, that's a good one.
Hayden and I both got the wraps. Matthew, I think, did you guys get brats or did you get? I don't remember what you guys ordered.
Carter got wrap with us. He went rogue.
You did go rogue.
I did. Usually I'm a hot dog and Snickers man, but if they have a Caesar wrap and I'm feeling like I'm in the mood for it, then I'll get it. But historically, in most of the golf tournaments I played or any rounds that I played, it's been a hot dog and a Snickers at the turn.
Huge
You just
bonus
can't beat
points
it.
if that Snickers is in the fridge too.
God, cold Snickers. I completely agree. I'm gonna just blow through the back 9 holes real quick, and we can come back to anything you guys want to talk about. Number 10. Well, I'm excited. I'm gonna blow through them. I don't remember what the holes were. Was number 10 the kind of up and down par 4?
Short par 4
I
with
vaguely remember.
the two
big tier.
2-tiered fairway.
Yeah, that's what it was. So 2-tier fairway, pretty cool native grassing in and around the green. Number 11, par 3. This was my favorite par 3, I think, just because the setting was like it was almost like a bald on a mountain with the green sitting in it. But the tree canopies were awesome and like aligned the hole super well. 12. Oh God, 12 was a bad hole for all of us, I believe. It was the par 5 with the split fairway. I think Matthew hit 6 balls off the tee box just trying to fix his swing.
Oh yeah,
That was a tough hole for the boys. But
that was first one was in play was the problem, and I was like, that was so terrible. It went like 150 yards. I was like, I gotta hit it. I gotta hit another one. And every other one I hit after that was out of play, and I was like, well, I guess I'm sticking with the first one.
just banana slicing out.
Is that the one? Is that the one Carter hit it 400 yards?
Oh, that was 17.
That was 17.
That was
Okay,
17.
that's the one.
This
I'm
hole I hit
thinking
a
of
400, probably 30 yards into the trees. And
Oh yeah, you hit it through the
completely-
fairway. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know, maybe my yardage, my rangefinder was on meters or something, but man, I rocketed that thing into the woods.
That's
But
awesome.
honestly, all the holes were pretty forgettable until really kind of 15, 16
Yeah, it was
in the back 9.
Was it 16? It's downhill dogleg right par 4, or was that 15?
I believe that was 16.
It has literally your tee shot looks directly into a bunker where Carter, you hit it onto another
I hit it in the
tee
bunker.
box.
I hit it in that bunker. I think we lost Carter.
I can't remember what hole it was.
There he is. Yeah, that was.
Carter.
Oh, internet issues. Yeah, I think that was that
Right.
hole.
I think my neighbor's mooching off my Wi-Fi. I think I put it together every time I hear door closed, then something weird happens. So I have to switch up the password.
All I know
here.
is whatever hole we're talking about was one of the ones that that was the hole. I actually hit a good tee ball. My pitching wedge from the fairway came up short, and I had a relatively straightforward chip shot, like right back up the hill, right to the flag. And I decided to make it way more complicated than it should have been, and I was like, I'm gonna hit it like a low spinner, right? And so I hit this ball, and it lands 3 feet in front of the hole, bounces once, lands right next to the hole, and just stops. And
Oh yeah.
Carter goes, "That's the good thing about the cut swing is it's got a lot of spin."
It's got a ton of spin on it.
And I just walk up and tap it in with the wedge, and that was my best shot of the day, I think.
Yeah, that one was pretty good. I think this is the hole where I made like a 30-footer for par after missing a 6-footer for birdie on the hole before. That was the story of my round. But yeah, 16 was dogleg.
That's the most Josh Price thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, it is. Dogleg right with fairway bunkers. 17 was my favorite par 5, I believe. It was just straight away, but it was some of the best grass on the course. I think it finally dried out by that point. Fairway bunkers and kind of
Carter
a
outdrove
cool,
me by 200 yards.
Carter smashed
I think it was
drive.
175 was the final count.
Did you actually
Yeah.
count it? Oh my gosh.
Yes, I walked it off. I was
Yeah.
like, this dude hit it so far. I have to know how much further he hit it than me.
I think I got maybe 50 yards of rollout from. I have the scorecard in front of me on my handicap, GHIN thing. It was 542, and I remember I had 181.
Oh
So
my
that's
gosh.
what 361.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
So,
It was
thankfully the course dried out and it was downwind and kind of
downhill,
burnt out. So, got
and it had
another
1 yard
50-yard bump.
of cut
Not
on
my
it.
longest drive ever. I still think 18 on Bandon is or 9 on Bandon Dunes is the longest drive I've ever hit at like 405 or something because it was blowing
35.
5 miles an hour.
So yeah, 17 was a good par five, and then 18's a signature hole. You kind of you go down this. Hayden, describe this cart path we took.
Well, it's up and then down and then a little left and then you go up again right. And there's a big rock. It's I love that. And then it
Oh,
goes,
back.
yeah. Yeah. Um, no, I mean it was cool. It was a weird hole to come up to. Like it didn't feel like it was a signature hole until you rolled up to the tee box. And then of course everyone's whipping out their phones and stuff, but it was neat.
Yeah, this 18th hole sat down below the little par three course in the clubhouse and the putting green we talked about earlier, and it had that same view that you get when you approach the clubhouse from the parking lot and all the practice areas. Initial reactions from everybody, like what, we just played a long day of golf, and it was, somewhat dreary. We had our ups and downs, but when you get to that tee box, like what changes in your mind?
Thank
I
God
think
it's
you want
over.
to play it good, right?
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Just got to
You
hit
want
a
to play
good
the
tee
best
shot.
you can
You're
and
like,
follow Coach T's rules of hitting it over the car path on the right, which was, I'm not
yeah,
going to completely, douse the man in gasoline, but I think in his head he was talking to some old guys that can't get the ball up in the air and only hit it probably not saying that we're a long group of drivers, but we don't hit it 230 with our drivers. So we'll definitely play the hole differently going back on it, but probably hit a 7 wood or an iron off of that tee box. But hey, I trusted my coach, man.
Coach
He
T.
let me down with the playbook. And it happens sometimes. It happens.
Coach T hadn't been at practice, and he was running the same
No,
plays from before.
running
he
the
was
Urban
suspended
Meyer.
before the season started.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but this hole was just a straight par four, but the way it sat in the hillside, basically like drop offs and cutouts in the fairway where they basically couldn't fill with dirt. And it was cool. It was a super cool view, and the green had the best view on the golf course. There's a guy there to take your picture and everything. And I thought it was a cool closing hole. The way you had to play it was ridiculous because you basically are hitting it at the hillside and hoping it kind of trickles down and back into the fairway. So strategically, it's not great, but definitely a cool looking hole. I want to hear everybody's, give it a ranking out of 10. Just what are your overall? How would you put it in your golf courses you've played rankings?
Like out of 10 is what you said?
Yeah, like 7.5 or whatever.
Um, I'm not a big fan of mountain golf. Mountain golf can be done really well, like, the ledges in Huntsville, like I was talking about, but that is a super, super private course that I was lucky enough to get to play in some high school tournaments. And that was probably the best example of mountain golf that I've seen done well. And I would give McLemore was a lot of fun. I don't think it was worth all the money that they charge, but they can charge it because I mean, why not with the views that are going on? So I would give it probably a 5.5 for normal golf courses and maybe a 7 for mountain golf courses that I've played.
I was about to say we need a separate scale for mountain
Yeah.
golf because
Yeah, I like how you
I
split it.
think we all kind of hate it.
Yep.
Matthew, what are you going to give
So
it? The same ranking.
I'm with Carter kind of. I'm gonna go mountain golf. I think it was good. I think it's a 7.9 for mountain golf. Regular golf, like a 5.9, 6.0 ish. I think for the amount of money we had to pay, the condition for me was not great. There was a lot of tee boxes that looked like Bradshaw Farms and spots in the fairway that were
We hit off
not,
turf on one tee.
yeah, like I don't know. I just felt like it should have been better. Um, everybody was, all the people were great. Nice, those two guys joking around with us. Coach T as bad as information as he gave Carter on a couple holes. You know, everybody was super like nice, wanted you to have a great time, we're glad you were out there basically. So that's a big plus, but I was hoping condition was going to be a little bit better, but we've had some rough weather for turf, so I get it.
Yeah. Hayden, what about you?
I mean, for me, it was unbelievable. It was that and I'm not like a big, I got into golf, like really into golf, probably 5, 6 years ago. That was the most I've spent on golf, and it was probably the nicest course I've played. Don't play a lot of super nice courses. Um, but I mean, it was hard as hell. I didn't have a great time golfing. I mean, I had a great time with the boys, but like didn't have a great time with my tee shots, which was super frustrating. So like it's if I were to rank everything all in one, I mean, probably a 6-8 on overall score. I mean, it was fun. It was beautiful. Um, it was really majestic, just like sitting up there and trying to forget about your tee shots on the 18th tee box, like with no sound going on. That was really cool. But like, it's tough when you lose every single one of your tee shots. It seems like
Yeah,
when you
that's
think you
tough.
hit it super well and you hit it right in the middle of the fairway and it rolls out into the, whatever. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna split my ranking as well. I think as a golf course, I had some qualms with it, and I think I'm probably over cynical because of what I do now. As a golf course itself, I give it like a 4.950. I think for mountain golf, I'd rank it a little bit higher, probably like a 6.5, 6.8. But there are just some things about it that I was kind of frustrated with, not with outside of conditions. Apparently, like obviously it rained a lot, and that was tough to deal with the sogginess and the lack of draining. Um, but yeah, the people were great. The guy at the front desk was super nice and super helpful. Cart guys were funny. The assistant pro walking out joking with us was great. I felt like I was catered to and taken care of, and that's what you should get when you pay what you pay. That kind of round of golf. I thought the par three was really cool and fun. You just can walk out there and hit balls. Great Himalayan green, great range. Um, so yeah, I think all of that stuff that's outside of the 18 holes I thought was fantastic and worth half of what I paid for it. Um, so yeah, I think it's worth it if you've never played a really cool mountain golf course. If you're just going because it's a golf course you want to check off your lists, I think sure do it. But if you're just going to play it for the third time, I wouldn't. I don't know if I'd go back. Um, I maybe would give the other 18 a chance. I've seen some pictures and it's a little bit different style and it might be a better routing, a little more open. So that the wind's going to be a little more prevalent. So I think I'd give the other 18 a chance, but I'm not sure I'd play that one again. But enough, I'm not going to rip it too much. I had a great time with you guys, as always is, fun to get out with the boys and drink a couple beers, hit a couple shanks, make a couple birdies, Carter only, I believe. So yeah, I think, McLemore was a cool one to check off. And yeah, I think that's about all I have to say about it.
If you have money and have a bunch of friends that also have money, more money than we have, and you want to go there, stay a night, play both courses, play maybe 36 and then an 18, and that's probably the best way to do that.
Yeah.
That property and that resort is
Yeah, I
kind of
definitely think it's more of it's going up for just playing 18 holes is not really what it's about. It's designed for you to stay on property. Like that's
Yeah.
what they want.
Yeah,
And that's
eat
why
at the
I think that's
clubhouse.
part of the reason why the people are so great is because, they're in the business of making you feel like,
Yeah.
hey, you belong, you should be here. This is where we want you kind of thing. So,
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think I would go back and say, we had a bachelor trip and we're playing 3 rounds and, going to the bar, hitting some fun shots on the par three course, just messing around. I think that's definitely worth it. I want to shift into some superlatives of the course. I'm gonna start with everyone's favorite hole. What's obviously 18 is the signature hole. It's the coolest looking
we
hole.
taking 18 out of it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna take 18 out of it. What's your favorite hole? Hayden, I'm start with you.
Um, I mean, truthfully, I like one. Like one was super pretty. I think with the resort to the left, and I think a little bit of a dogleg left. I thought one was a great opening hole. That was definitely one of the most memorable, probably just because we rolled up. But like, I loved one.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Great view off the green.
Yep.
Matthew, what about you?
I was gonna say one, but I'll pivot to 10. I like 10 a lot. I like the two-tier fairway with a rock, kind of separating everything in the middle. Um, and it's the main one that sticks out to me. I guess probably because we were enjoying the food
He
on
was
the tee box.
over his
So
hanger at that point. Carter, what
yeah,
you?
I was enjoying my brat.
Yeah, Carter, what you got?
I mean, from memories, I'm always partial to par fives because they suit how I play golf. Kind of just a bash the golf course style. I've now transitioned a little bit more into try to play what the course has in front of me. So I think
Sensible.
17, just because it was fun, just because I hit such a long drive and then a 7 iron and two putted for a birdie. But like architecturally speaking, I think two was the best hole out there. I think it really,
Yeah.
challenging but fair tee shot, harder second shot, and a hard green complex with good trouble, not just a random bunker that was 15 yards off the pace of the green, which we saw every now and then. And it was a really good golf hole from a golfer's perspective that doesn't really have that much education in true golf architecture. I've just played a lot of golf holes, and I feel like I can understand what's a good hole and what's a bad hole. So I would say if I had to pick a hole to play for the rest of my life on that course, it would be two.
I was right there with you. I think a 17 I'd pick as my favorite. It's kind of it's not a cape hole per se, but the more you chew off to the right and the farther you carry it, the like Carter did, the better second shot you're gonna have and the closer you're gonna be to the green. Um, and it was almost a blind tee shot the way the native grass in the front of you was kind of grown up, and you could take some off the right if you hit a long drive, or you can just get into the fairway on the left, have an easy second shot in a wedge or 9 iron in. So architecturally speaking, I think that was my favorite. I thought the green complex was really good. Um, I had 2 or 3 tiers that were kind of low to high, front to back, and it also dried out really well at that point. I think that's the purest green that we rolled, and I just love the setting it was in. You can see through the trees, like out into the vast valley, and that view you get on 18. But then towards the tee box, you're kind of in the woods in the native grass, and it was a really cool setting just to have that change of feel, as well as just the way the hole was laid out. What's everyone's worst hole? Let's just call them out. What we think the worst hole was.
18.
18's bad.
Whoa.
I mean,
Just on
technically
the side of the
speaking,
mountain.
yeah.
I mean,
Like,
golf
views
hole wise,
aside,
I can see 18. I mean, it obviously
Um,
has the views, but
Six.
I'd
14.
say 18
golf
too.
specific on the if you take that golf hole and put it somewhere that isn't on the side of a cliff, it's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Put the
15 was really
downslope,
bad.
100 feet down.
Not bad. I mean, none of the
You're
holes
you're
out there
you're so mad.
What'd you say, Carter?
none of the holes out there were truly bad, but I think probably the worst one was I think 15. That straight downhill dogleg right. You're just kind of handicapped off of the tee with where you can hit it. Like there's really no. Not saying that all holes should have a bailout, but there should be a place where a okay shot isn't truly penalized for where you're putting it. And I think there was just a little bit too much to ask for going on that hole going down straight to the right
Uh,
because it's either you hit a massive cut into the center of the fairway like Matthew does, or you hit it straight and you're in a huge lipped bunker where you can't even go at the green with a
yeah.
wedge or you're way over the bunker into the woods.
Like me, who hits hooks.
I'm gonna say 6.
Yeah, that's where I was going.
I didn't like 6. I made birdie. I didn't like it. It just, I don't know. It felt like on a par 5, I want to hit driver off the tee. Like I just selfishly, like I want to be able to hit driver.
Could have.
So you
The
couldn't do
odds of you
that
finding
there.
it were slim.
Exactly. And then, if those two guys aren't standing out there in the fairway, it's hard to decide what to do because even the layup shot, if there technically even is one, is so hard to execute that it's like, okay, well, I might as well try to hit this on the green. Like, there's no, I don't know. It felt like there was no other option but to get as close as you could to the edge of the hill and then hit it as close as you could to the green.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
I didn't like it that much.
Yeah, it was definitely a transition hole, and for sake of the routing, and then to throw a big, like, keep a big rock outcropping, if you are gonna lay up short of the green, like sticking way out in the fairway, it's just I don't know, it's just the rock outcroppings, in my opinion, on this course were not used to the fullest that they could have been designed to, and that's just one example of I just didn't love it. Best shots, you can call it someone else's shot or the best shot you hit. What shot do you remember the most? What was your favorite shot you hit?
Carter's drive on 17 is ridiculous.
That was the best shot of the day for sure.
One's popping into my head that I can't really remember. It was either Josh or Yair. Somebody on 14, the hole with the road.
That was me.
Going up the left side. I remember, yeah. Somebody hit an unbelievable shot to the flag.
Yeah, that was mine.
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah.
Nowhere.
I remember
that kind of sparked.
I hit driver.
Back.
It did. Yeah, there's a bunker middle right of the fairway, probably like, I don't know, it's probably like 280, and it was dead into the wind. I think I hit either 3-wood or driver, but I was just short of the bunker by like a couple yards. I was on an uphill slope, blind shot to the green because of the bunker lip, dead into the wind, and I hit 9-iron, I know, and that thing just soared into the sky and dropped in its divot 6 feet left of the hole. That was my best shot I hit probably in the month, and I missed the putt obviously, but that was definitely my favorite shot from the round.
I want to interrupt and give a shout out to Cody, who's on the TikTok live.
Love Cody. Is he playing the show again?
He's over here. He's commenting and liking our live out here. I also saw Evans jump on there. So if Evans is still on, shout out to Evans too.
Shout out Evans. Evans is our biggest fan.
He's our most loyal follower.
The boys, he says.
I'm trying to think of a good shot Hayden hit.
I mean, honestly, man, that course was brutal to me. I can't remember nope, don't got one. No, I'm gonna have to say Josh's shot as well.
What about your tee shot on 6? You were right next to Carter.
Yeah, that was a good tee shot.
Yeah, it was great. It was great with the driver. Yeah, whatever. It was fine. And then I lost the second ball. It was awesome, dude. It was great.
What did you do on 3? The par 3.
I don't know.
I thought you hit. I had
you
hit on the green. You hit on the green.
Yeah, you hit it on the green.
It was like 20 feet.
I hit a pitching wedge to like 3 feet, and then Yair hit one to, or not 3 feet, 5 feet, and then Yair hit a good shot.
This is like 20 feet.
Yeah, within 25 feet. Yeah.
It was the dialogue before. What club is he gonna hit? And I hit pitching wedge.
You remember this? Yeah.
I think Josh hit like either 9-iron or 50.
No, I pulled 50.
I probably took 6.
I hit 9-iron.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit.
I think I hit an 8. I'm pretty sure I hit an 8.
The crazy part was I pulled the shortest club and I hit it over the green. Yeah. Like I soared the green. I just didn't play the
Stop working out.
I don't. I should start working out, I guess.
It's God given.
No, definitely not. Anything else you guys want to cover that something that really resonated with you, or anything else about the course that you something you want to throw a fit about, or something you want to praise?
Cody said Hayden's best shot was a bottle of Yair juice.
God, that was
Yair juice. We didn't have any Yair juice.
Didn't bring it out there. That's
what
happened.
Didn't make an appearance.
You needed the Yair juice.
I know. I'm sorry, guys.
We had some at Sequoia. Knows the difference.
Oh yeah,
I think the biggest qualm of the course as a novice golfer like myself was the lack of merch. The merch wasn't good. We walked in and the clubhouse is gorgeous, but the merch was not good.
It's a stinky
with that logo
yeah.
too. The logo could be so good. You had some dad hats that were like the 47 brand that were very flappy.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were like true flat bills. Like they weren't like that 3/4, mid to high profile hats
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
I think they were missing.
Yeah, I think there's an epidemic in golf with these like kaleidoscopic looking logos that are just like these perfectly symmetrical like random shapes and stuff, and I'm not a fan of them. I know like Macklemore's got one. There's a new course in, I think, Tiger's course in Utah. It's the same deal, and they just make for terrible logos. You have no idea what it represents, or it's got no relation to golf. And I agree, that's a good qualm.
Mm-hmm.
Carter, you got anything you want to praise or?
The par 3 course was pretty fun. I think honestly the best shot I had of the day was before Matthew and Nier got there, and I think it was the 5th hole or something, and I hit a shot, and Josh said something like, "You almost made that," or something,
No, you hit
something
it.
along the lines of that.
You hit it
You
behind the
go.
hole, I think, and it ripped back to like the front edge. And I was like, dude, if you hit that same shot again, I guarantee you make it. And he was like, oh. And
And I hit it again. I think I hit it to like a foot.
not
Almost
even.
made it.
It was like you could blow on it. It was going in. It was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, good par 3 course. So
I
yeah,
think more courses should have par 3 courses. Just saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just easy.
Just like a full, like setting down like a 4 green, 3 green. Just hit it from wherever you want.
drop and hit. It's a great
Yeah.
addition. And honestly, we design them and people don't use them, which is nuts. Like you've got this whole extra like practice facility, basically,
Yeah.
and they don't get used. But that just might be like a higher clientele issue, people not being there all the time. But I would, if I had something like that, like if I had the par 3 at setting down, I'd use it every day.
Yeah.
I mean, River Pines in Roswell has one, and it's used
Yeah.
all the time.
That's it. That's a
All the
good
time.
par 3 too.
Yeah,
What do you guys think about
it is packed.
putting courses?
I love them.
They're fine.
I like crazy putting greens, actually, like practice greens, more than I want a putting course.
Yeah, big Himalayan with cups with numbered holes. Like that's
I want
That's
to
fun.
make my own challenges, like Sweetens.
Some of my best Sweetens memories are on that putting course. Yep.
It's so fun.
it's nuts.
Yep.
The big swale. Hit whoever can hit it close. That's always the best. Is there's one thing you could change about the golf course? What would it be? We're wrapping up here, so I'm trying to lay out a couple extra questions.
I wish it wasn't forever away in the middle of nowhere.
Wish it was half the price.
Yeah,
I would
that's
take
a
it off.
good one.
Half the price. It'd be a great deal
You
for
would
half
take it
the
off a
price.
mountain, Carter? Is that what you said?
Yeah, no more mountain courses. How long? I'm done.
Are we? Are
Out.
we?
That's the
Is
beauty of it, though.
our group as a whole just out on mountain golf?
Keep playing Jack's Beach.
Can
I-
we?
yeah,
Can we
take me
make
to
a
Jack's Beach,
pact that
man.
we'll never play mountain golf again?
I am.
I'll never play mountain golf again for over $100.
I like that.
I like that. I can agree with
I'll play
that.
cheap mountain golf courses because
I'll play
what
the
they should
free
be.
mountain golf I can
Let's
get
go
on.
play. Let's
Steel
go play
Canyon.
Smoky Mountain Country Club again, Carter.
great course.
God, I should break down
You're
that.
It's like
tearing that thing up.
$40
Because
too.
Yair was dying in the cart or in the car.
Oh
Hayden
my
would have
gosh,
loved
man.
that place.
Hayden would have.
Oh,
Yeah, he would have.
If Hayden could see
it
farther
hurt
than the
so
windshield,
much,
he would have
man.
loved it.
It hurts so much. I couldn't swing a club that round.
Oh man, that was tough.
I think I swung the club 5 times. I paid the $50 or whatever it was
$8 a swing, and
to
he took
swing
it
the
out.
club
$10 a
5.
swing.
Yeah, it
Did you
sounds
go in
about
and
right.
ask for a? They might have given it to you.
No, I should have. I should have. I
Just
couldn't
cash.
talk to anyone. Yeah,
Go
it was
call
bad.
him. Call him up if they give it back.
Hey, do you mind?
4 months later.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think that's all I've really got for Macklemore. Appreciate you guys coming on, and Hayden, welcome. You'll be back for sure. Thank you, Carter. Loved having
What
you.
a pleasure it was.
Man.
Soundboard's fantastic. This is my favorite foursome, I believe. Second or tied with the Carter and the dads, but definitely the vibiest foursome we've got. And appreciate you guys coming on and talking about McLemore Golf Club. And we'll see you guys next time. Be sure to check out the socials. If you're here on the live, Be sure to check out YouTube, Spotify, Apple, anywhere you listen to podcasts. Come check this out. We've got, I think this is our 13th episode now. We talk about all kinds of stuff, and we hope to see you there, and we hope to see you on our socials, and we'll catch you later. Peace.